Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So a couple of weeks ago I filmed a vegan snack tutorial. It was like a collection of a couple of different vegan snack recipes, and you guys seemed to really enjoy that video, and so I thought that I would kind of keep the momentum going and film another tutorial on a recipe that I've been loving lately, which is my vegan black bean, chili, and homestyle cornbread. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's a super simple, very versatile recipe. You can actually substitute a lot of the vegetables out for different ones. If you don't prefer, like say you don't want one of the vegetables in the chili that I suggest, you can easily replace it with a different one that you think would be good in there. So you can really customize it to your own taste. I guess I won't make this introduction really super long, and I'll just go ahead and get started on this recipe. Okay guys, we're going to begin with our black bean and corn chili, and we're going to need a variety of veggies. I'm using some corn, an onion, some garlic, some green bell peppers, and some zucchini. Next you want to grab a can of tomato sauce, and this one has no salt added, but I'm going to add some salt later. And then I'm grabbing a couple cans of beans. I actually meant to grab all black beans, but I accidentally grabbed a can of kidney beans as well, which is okay. It ended up being really good, but you're gonna need about 3 cans of black beans. Then for spices, you're going to want some granulated garlic, some chili powder and cayenne pepper, some ground cumin, and some salt and pepper. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to go ahead and start dicing up my vegetables into smaller pieces, just using a knife to cut them up. I'm going to use about 2 bell peppers, 2 zucchinis, and 1/4 of an onion. You can always use more if you'd like, but I think that this recipe only really needs 1/4 of an onion. So I'm just going to cut the onion in half and then cut it in half again, and that'll give me 1/4. And I'm going to set it on its side and dice it up into smaller pieces. Then taking an ear of corn, I'm going to peel it and then take all the silk strands off of it. After that, to get the corn off of the cob, I'm just going to run my knife along the sides, and all of the little kernels should pop right off. Once that's done, I'm going to take one more ear of corn and just take the kernels off of one side, because I'm going to leave the rest of the corn for my cornbread later on. Now taking a large soup pot, I'm going to pile in all of my diced veggies, and I'm going to shell 2 cloves of garlic by turning a large knife on its side and then pressing my knife blade down onto the garlic. The shells will come right off, and then I'm going to dice it finely, and then I'm just going to add it to my pot of veggies. After that, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of canola oil and then turn on my cooktop to medium-high, and I'm just going to start sauteing my vegetables for about 5 to 10 minutes until they're a little bit more tender. After my veggies have just started to be cooked, I'm going to go ahead and take my tomato sauce, and I'm just going to open it up and add the entire can into my pot. I'm going to give that a quick stir, and then I'm going to open up all of my cans of beans and drain the liquid out of them, and then just add them all right into my pot with the rest of my ingredients. Okay, so now comes time for the seasoning, and for this I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of fresh ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic, half a teaspoon of cayenne powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Once my chili is all seasoned up, I'm going to give it a good stir, and then I'm just going to reduce the heat down to simmer, put the lid on top of it, and let that chill out for a while I get started on my homestyle vegan cornbread. So for this recipe, you're going to want a couple more ingredients. You want to begin with some all-purpose flour, some ground chia seeds or flax seeds, some canola oil, cornmeal, plain almond milk or soy milk, baking powder, the rest of your corn on the cob, some salt, and 1/4 of a cup of sugar. To begin, I'm going to make something called a chia egg, and how I do that is I'm going to boil 6 tablespoons of water in a small saucepan. Then once the water is boiling, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of either ground chia seeds or ground flax seeds, and then I'm going to turn off the heat and give it a quick stir. When it's done, it'll be a little weird and have kind of a sticky-like texture, but I'm going to add that in later on. So I'm going to set that aside for now and grab my flour, and since flour packs down, I'm going to use a spoon to get a cup of it into a measuring cup. After adding a cup of flour, I'm going to add in another cup of medium to fine ground cornmeal, my 1/4 of a cup of sugar, and then I'm going to add 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Once all the dry ingredients are in the bowl, I'm going to go ahead and give them a quick toss to mix them thoroughly, and then I'll want to add a cup of almond or soy milk and then 1/4 of a cup of canola oil. I'm also going to add my chia seed egg into it, and then I'm going to fold all of the ingredients together very gently because you don't want to overmix this. Just use your spatula to very gently fold the ingredients until they are just mixed up. Then I'm going to add the rest of my corn and again gently fold the ingredients together. Once the ingredients are mostly mixed up, I'm going to line a muffin tin with some paper muffin cups, and I'm going to spoon my mixture into the cups until they're about 2/3 of the way full. Then after my oven is preheated to 400 degrees, I'm going to pop these babies into the oven and bake them for about 20 minutes or until they start to get golden brown on the top. Once they're ready, I'm going to pull my muffins out of the oven and I'm going to let them cool just a bit before handling them. And then I'm going to dish up a bowl of chili and serve it up with my cornbread. This recipe is really quick, it's really easy, and it also makes a lot. And so if you want to have people over, it's great because it's really hearty and it looks like you spent a lot of time making it. Especially with how good this chili and cornbread recipe is, they will be none the wiser that you really didn't spend that much time making it. Alright guys, so that does it for this video. I hope it was easy enough for you guys to follow, and if you end up making it, go ahead and tweet me at Stephanie Addison with a picture or just letting me know how you like this recipe because I would love to hear back from you guys. As always guys, thank you so much for watching and I will see you on my next video. Take care. Bye.